Well, the rumor mill in Ottawa is churning with calls for the resignation of Justin Trudeau and possibly it happening. Now, the Liberals are behind this largely, and perhaps this is why we should hope that he doesn't. Yeah, you heard me right. Ladies and gents, welcome back. We are in a precarious situation here in Canada where what did we do? We gave the keys to the Cadillac to the pool boy for 9 years, and we found ourselves in a whole world of hurt. Yes, our economy has never been worse. We've got so many problems, and with a President Trump coming in soon in January, threats of 25% tariffs on all Canadian goods going into the United States are on the table, with Justin Trudeau not backing down on the idea of just taking care of the border instead of putting retaliatory tariffs in place. Is unbelievable. And so the Liberal Party is actually calling for the resignation of Justin Trudeau, who's a complete failure, but not mentioning the fact that they were the ones that enabled him to be a failure for so long. And this is why I got into this over the weekend. Now, Marty up north put this out. He says there's a rumor that someone stopped him from resigning this week. Whoever did that, next time, don't do it. Now, I had to chime in saying, I hope he doesn't. He's going to tank the Liberal Party, and it's going to be glorious. Some people taking this the wrong way, of course, saying, yeah, and in the meantime, everybody suffers the longer this will last. Thanks. No, but you can actually thank Jagmeet Singh for this. Us going to an election is completely different than Justin Trudeau stepping down. If Justin Trudeau steps down, the government's still in place. It's still the same group of idiots running the place. The Liberals will make you suffer with Trudeau as their leader or without Trudeau as their leader. This is the reality of the situation. Now, in Ottawa, they're actually calling for his resignation, and the news is even flipped on him. The news agencies that he pays to the tune of billions of dollars every year, not just the CBC, but the subsidies that go to all these other news agencies. Now they're grilling him about his resignation.
We just had an excellent cabinet meeting that was almost entirely focused on the Canada-US dynamic. We know how important it is for Canadians that we be there to protect not just the Canadian economy, but their jobs, the cost of living challenges they're facing that could get worse. We have a lot of work to do, and that's what we're focused on.
Prime Minister, are you going to step down?
Yeah, they want to know if he's stepping down, not what he answered. Now, the reality of the situation is for a lot of these MPs, the reason why they're asking for him to step down is they're going to lose their job if he doesn't. And this is serious. And this isn't a new clip. This is an older clip, but this is one of Sean Casey. Thanks CCFR for putting this on X so I could find it so easily. But this is him basically saying he's going to lose his seat if Trudeau's the leader. And if not, they want him to step down because with new leadership, people will actually vote Liberal.
People have had enough. They've tuned him out, and they want him to go. I can't tell you the number of people that have said to me, Sean, I want to vote for you, but I can't.
So want to vote for you, but I can't. And that's for anybody who wants to get rid of all of the people that voted for things like the Emergencies Act, Bill C-11, Bill C-18, all of these censorship and limiting our scrapping our fundamental liberties in this country, then you would want Trudeau to step down so that those Liberals can get back in and keep going with those principles and ideas that they have. But instead, this is what we're seeing right now. Right now, over the entirety of Canada, we're seeing a shift towards the Conservatives and away from the Liberals. And like I said, if Trudeau stays in power, he's going to tank the Liberal Party. We're looking at a new form of government in Canada with Trudeau going against the Conservatives, of a supermajority Conservative with a Bloc Québécois opposition. We're entering new territory in this country, completely new territory, and this is the reality of the situation. But I want to show this. In response to this, the bots are in full force with "I stand with Trudeau 2025" trending number 4 on Twitter. I think it was even higher over the weekend. This is just this morning. Now, mind you, with that being said, a lot of this is just responses. People responding to the fact that it's trending and getting it trending even further. People saying, why the heck is this even trending? This is this is stupid. This is absolutely ridiculous. But that is the case. This is the case. Now, getting back into why the Liberals don't want him or they don't want him to be the leader, Justin Trudeau, is they honestly think, they say that this is gonna be the reason why they'll lose their seats, and they desperately need him to be in power, or out of his leadership position, so that they can continue their reign as a Liberal party. Marc Nixon putting this out there. Liberal MPs are plotting Justin Trudeau's exit. The Ontario caucus meeting, they discussed it. Options to remove him, including going independent and voting non-confidence, replacement leader Freeland in the mix. They want Trudeau to announce his resignation after Christmas, or they will force him out.
Well, I mean, it just seems like it's kind of death by a thousand cuts now, where every couple of days there's something else that's adding to the weight of this whole situation. I think chances are the Ontario caucus wanted to get their message across to the Prime Minister before the holidays begin in earnest, because it seems to me they're trying to indicate, look, most of us are hoping you move on, and we're hoping you do this yourself. Don't make us get to the point where we're really kind of like taking whatever measures we have, which honestly are not very many. I think they're still hoping that the Prime Minister will reflect over the holiday, come out maybe, early January with some sort of an announcement for the way forward. But at the same time, you can see, for some of the coverage that came from that conversation on Saturday morning, there is concern over the timing of all of this and the possibility of a change in leadership at the same time as Donald Trump becomes president and the potential tariffs take effect. And so, not necessarily total clarity about what's to come next, but it seems from the Ontario caucus certainly a sense that it's time for the Prime Minister to finish.
Right. And support from Ontario MPs is crucial for Trudeau. Without that support, what does that mean for him?
Well, again, it seems now they're hoping that they're sending this message through that the Prime Minister will take this step on his own. What do they do if that doesn't happen? I mean, what are the potential scenarios? And a scenario where the Prime Minister tries to keep going, does he prorogue to try to make it through some more time? And then if the Ontario MPs feel uncomfortable with that, if they're really not behind him, it's a question of what are they going to do to show that if he doesn't take himself out of the equation? Are they going to go to the House of Commons and join in a non-confidence vote and vote against him? Are they going to say, they're going to start sitting out meetings? What are they going to do if he doesn't step aside? Now, I'm sure they're hoping it doesn't come to that. They're hoping that he's going to say, look, here are my plans, and here's what some possibility for getting to a leadership process. Because it seems like in that conversation, there were some ideas back and forth about not just about the Prime Minister's lack of popularity on a personal level, but also the direction of the party and where it could go with a new leader. And so there was some conversations about moving the party back to the political center, which could potentially make the party more competitive, not necessarily, but could make the party more competitive in the next election.
So if it does,
bringing them back to the center, as in not being so woke. We all know what's happening with the woke thing, and we see this the popularity down in America of railing against woke.
We're going to stop woke. Woke is bullshit.
And that's absolutely where we are with this. But now supporters of Justin Trudeau and supporters of the Liberal Party are talking about pulling a Joe Biden, actually ousting him from the party and installing the next leader, just as they did if the Liberals want to Joe Biden Justin Trudeau. They're actually calling it that. They better have a strong leader to step in, or else it'll just be another Kamala, as we see here.
So the Ontario Liberals want Justin Trudeau out. They want to Joe Biden him and send him out to pasture, which is fine. Okay, so if you want a new leader, that's okay, but you better have a plan, and you better have somebody in mind who's going to step in with a fresh face and show people, hey, this is the way forward, right? So what we're going to see coming up is Pierre Poilievre in his party will try to attach any of the failings or shortcomings of the Trudeau administration to whoever gets put in the leadership role.
Yeah.
Just as we saw in the U.S. with Kamala Harris and Trump, and they tried to attach every shortcoming, every failing to Kamala Harris, no matter what it was. She was part of the
She's the vice president. Come on.
Joe Biden administration, so it's all her fault. You don't want more years of this. That's what Pierre Poilievre will do. So we need somebody in Canada who, is a fresh face who can show us the way forward. Now, Trudeau is a proven leader. He does have a track record. He did a lot for the country. Ooh. But if they want to replace him, you have to do so with somebody who can show us the way forward and deflect all the lies and the slogans and whatever else that the PCs under Pierre Poilievre are going to throw at them. Right? So, and if they want to play that game, the failings of the country over the last 8-9 years are, doesn't matter which Liberal gets put forward, they're part of those failings as well, then we could do the same for Pierre Poilievre when he worked under Harper and they caused us a whole bunch of economic damage with their long-lasting, decades-long, terrible deals that they made with India and China.
So the plan moving forward is blame Stephen Harper. Yeah, that's right. That is the plan coming from Liberals out on social media. That's where we're at. That's the situation that we're in. That's just too funny. Let's blame Stephen Harper after an entire decade of Justin Trudeau, like I said, giving the keys to the Cadillac to the pool boy. And being surprised when he wrecks the thing. That's where we're at. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about all of this. It's just unbelievable that we're at this situation where we've got this character like Nero, where he's watching Canada burn, playing the violin or whatever the story goes, where he refuses to step down. He refuses to go away. And even as his Liberal Party is, you see calls for mutiny in his own ranks. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.